This week we're going to look at a knee slide guard pass and an alternate way to open the closed guard that I call the log splitter. It's a really powerful and safe way to get the closed guard open. Okay, we're going to break this up into two pieces. We're going to begin with opening the guard. Okay, there are a couple different grips that you can take to do this. I like to just hold the gi in the armpit, so I just make a handful of the material in the armpit like that. Okay, but you can hold the armpits, you can hold the biceps, you can also open the lapels, grab the lapels and stuff those in the armpit. Okay, any of those grips work. Find one that you like. What I want to do then is I want to shimmy backwards. So I'm just going to start walking myself backwards. And yeah, especially if my partner ends up walking his legs up my back like that, that's great for me. Even if he doesn't do that, I still want to get myself as far back as I can. Okay. Then I'm going to start to step up and out. Okay, with my off leg, so I can stand and set my right leg right at my partner's tailbone. Okay, my shin should be vertical, and then I'm going to sit down, and that wedges my shin into my partner's guard and pops his guard open. Okay, on the off chance that your partner manages to keep their guard closed, even when you drop down like this, we're just going to like walk our hands back to their belt or their gi and back out, and their guard will pop open. Probably the most important thing and one of the more difficult things is finding the correct position with your shin and knee. Essentially, I'm looking to place my knee right in the triangle where my partner's legs meet. Okay. To do that, I want my leg to be as vertical, my shin to be as vertical as possible. So that part of my leg, my lower leg, is perpendicular to the ground. Okay. If my knee pushes forward, then it becomes much more difficult to get the guard open. So what I mean by that is I walk back, right? Okay, I step up and out, I put my knee in front, and this is kind of the position I end up with. And you see that my shin is like pretty squarely up and down. And what that means is that my knee finds the empty space, okay, and when I drop down, like the space that Conan has to hold his legs around gets wider, which pops his guard open, okay? Now the incorrect way to do it, a lot of people struggle with a little bit in the beginning is as they step up and they do this with their right leg or their front leg. And what's happening right now is like my knee is a big speed bump that Conan has to fall over to get the guard open. So what I really need to do is adjust and put my knee in the center. Okay, and then I'll be able to open the guard. Okay, so the profile of my leg when I'm doing this open should be like that. Sometimes to achieve this, you're gonna it's gonna feel like you're touching your toes, doing a little bit of a stretch. So you're gonna be here, you step up and wide, and I'm kind of holding my hands down, but my leg comes way up, okay? And then when I go to break the guard, another thing that sometimes is a problem is people sometimes stretch back, okay? What we actually wanna do is come down kind of narrow, like that. And that's gonna actually wedge your knee in more effectively than if you back up. If you back up, it changes the angle of our leg a little bit and can be difficult for it to find the right spot.